Hey guys, so for today's video, I have a first impressions dupe alert / comparison type of video. I asked you guys on Snapchat if you wanted to see this and I was shocked by how many of you guys were super excited. So I'm excited to kind of finally share it with you guys. So I have a first impression on the new L'Oreal mascara because I've never tried it before. And I'm kind of going to be comparing the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara because they literally look like exact dupes. Word on the street is L'Oreal actually made this mascara to be a dupe because I'm telling you guys, it literally looks identical. So it's kind of obvious that it was meant to be a dupe to it. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing my thoughts on this, I kind of give you guys a demo and comparison side by side. I wonder if you guys can guess which one is which. So if you guys want to see my demo and kind of side-by-side comparison and my thoughts on these two mascaras, are they dupes for each other? Are they not? Are they similar? All right, so let's go ahead and get started with testing out these two side-by-side. I'm so super duper excited. We're gonna be testing out the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara right next to the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I wanna kind of go ahead and talk about the differences and the similarities. Packaging-wise, they look so similar, you guys, like almost, I mean, not identical, I mean, that would be dramatic, but you know what I mean? Like, they look definitely like L'Oreal purposely wanted to make this a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex in terms of packaging. The beautiful metallics pink, I'm so in love with. I think it looks so gorgeous, and I love how L'Oreal added that touch of gold. Other than that, the packaging on the Too Faced is definitely bigger, you know, like, it's thicker, it's longer, it's heavier for sure. So both of these, by the way, are fresh mascaras. I made sure to buy a fresh new Too Faced Better Than Sex so that they can both be fresh. That way one of them is not drier or whatever, you know what I mean? So I wanted to make sure we gave them both a fair shot and that they would both be fresh tubes. You guys, they look identical almost, like what? The only thing I'm noticing is the Too Faced wand right here is a bit longer by the slightest bit. Other than that, they're like the same. They have like that hourglass kind of shape where they curve inwards. I would say the Too Faced one is a tiny bit longer and a tiny bit wider. So I also want to talk about the shade and how much product you get in the tube. Obviously there's such a huge price difference, but the Too Faced one actually comes with 8 milliliters of products, which is 0.27 fluid ounces. And the L'Oreal one, which is cheaper, obviously, comes with more product. So this is 8.5 millimeters, which is 0.28 fluid ounces. So it comes with just a little bit more product. Not a lot, but I mean, there's more products for a cheaper price. All right, so let's go ahead and test this out. Whenever I'm applying mascara, the first thing I do is make sure to separate my bottom lash from the top. I always start right at the root and wiggle it up. From what I remember, I think the Too Faced one distributes more product than this wand does. That might be because it's a tiny bit thicker and a tiny bit longer. Let's see how applying more coats works. I am not going to be wearing falsies, obviously, so I want my lashes to be like as voluminous and as falsy looking as possible. So I am gonna apply quite a few coats, but I'm interested to see how many coats I can get out of this mascara without it going totally like clumpy spider lashes. Now that we know that this is 2 coats of the L'Oreal, let's do 2 coats of the Too Faced. I feel like I should have stopped at 1 and just compared 1 and 1, but it's all good. I feel like nobody really does just 1 coat of mascara anyway, so we'll just compare 2. Start at the root and kind of wiggle its way up to the tip. I do remember really loving this Too Faced mascara. I just haven't used it in so long because it's just, I just don't buy high-end mascaras. They're just a bit too pricey for me. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell you guys 1 coat of the Too Faced looks like 2 coats of the L'Oreal. The Too Faced does distribute a bit more product than the L'Oreal, but I am gonna do a second coat. 2 coats of the Too Faced definitely looks so voluminous and more falsy-like than the L'Oreal one. Before the L'Oreal one dries too much, I'm actually gonna go ahead and go in with a third coat, and let's see if a third coat of the L'Oreal one matches 2 coats of the Too Faced, because then it wouldn't really matter. You would just apply a third one. You know what I mean? Like, you would just apply 3 coats instead of buying the higher end version. Yeah, I definitely feel like you can get 3 coats of this nicely without it clumping or looking too spidery. I mean, typically I wouldn't let it dry that long before applying the third coat, but you know, obviously I had to stop to do the other eye. So there we go. There is the L'Oreal 3 coats compared to the Too Faced 2 coats. So 3 coats of the L'Oreal looks almost identical to the 2 coats of Too Faced. So I just feel like the only difference is that you would just need to apply more coats of this. So I might do 3 or 4 because it's not clumping up or anything. So you could totally do a 4th coat of this. I don't know if I'm gonna do a 4th coat because I feel like it's already dried. Should I do a 4th coat? Maybe let's just try to add like a little bit more and see what happens. I typically don't do 4 coats, but these mascaras don't really clump up that easily. Yeah, like I feel like I would definitely stop at 4 coats. It's getting a little bit thingy, a little bit spidery. I'm gonna get my tweezers and separate it a bit. But now that I did separate, they look nearly identical. So they only look identical when you apply 4 coats of this and then maybe separate a little bit. But other than that, there's only 2 coats of the Too Faced. I don't think I'm going to really apply more of the Too Faced because I feel like if I do, my lashes are gonna look uneven. So now we're gonna test it out on the bottom. I will say typically, like I would never use a mascara like a wand like this ever for my lower lash. But you know, for the purpose of this video, let's just see how it works. I typically only use the L'Oreal Telescopic. For the bottom lashes because it really allows you to just get in there and you don't have to worry about making a mess. So that's 1 coat. And then now let's apply 1 coat of the Too Faced. So I feel like for some reason they look almost identical on the lower lashes. It might just be because they're lower lashes. You don't have as much going on the bottom as you do on the top. So yeah, that's pretty much the little first impression comparison demo for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead, finish up the rest of my makeup, and then we'll be right back to kind of conclude my thoughts for you guys. All right, so I just went ahead and finished the rest of my makeup. So let me share my final thoughts with you guys. To be honest with you guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. I do think that I prefer the Too Faced better than Sex Mascara. Normally, I'm all in it for a drugstore dupe, and a lot of the times I prefer the drugstore. I don't know what it is, but the drugstore has a ton of gems, and I totally love this mascara. Like, I really love it, and I'm gonna tell you guys straight up, I do prefer the Too Faced one a little bit because I feel like you get so much volume out of this without it getting clumpy. And then this one, you can get a lot of volume, but it reaches its point where like, how many coats are you gonna put? You get twice the amount of volume in 1 coat of this than you do in 1 coat of this. That's pretty much what I'm saying. But like I said in the video, I haven't purchased the Too Faced in a while for a reason, and that's just because I don't really believe in spending a ton of money on a high-end mascara. So I will be purchasing the L'Oreal Voluminous one. But I do think that they are very similar to the point where I do think that you can call them a dupe. I would just say that the Too Faced one is a bit more voluminous and you do get a bit more volume, a bit more of that falsy vibe from it. But you do get very amazing falsy looking lashes and voluminous lashes with the L'Oreal one. But I think it is such an amazing alternative in dupe. I would definitely recommend you picking up the drugstore L'Oreal version, just especially for the price. I mean, that's what I will be doing. Please leave your thoughts down below. If you guys choose the Too Faced, do you think you would purchase the Too Faced one or the L'Oreal one? Which one do you guys like better? Do you like the L'Oreal one? Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm super interested to kind of hear the debate about these two. Personally, for me, I love both of them, so I'll just kind of opt for the more affordable option. I just can't see myself spending 30 bucks on a mascara constantly. So that is it for this video, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you kind of want to see more of these, maybe I used to do dupe alert videos all the time, but maybe I can do them more often. If you guys want me to kind of bring that back, I definitely will do dupe alert videos. Let me know by liking this video, and I will definitely kind of get the message that you guys want me to do more. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.